It was only a matter of time. Jared McCain becomes the first basketball player to sign a nail polish deal in college basketball.
Just do some self-care time. I think everybody should do some self-care for themselves. For me, it's nail painting. I'm sorry if that offends any of you guys. My favorite nail polish to use, though, is the Sally Hansen Insta Dry, because it only takes 60 seconds to dry. Not my best job, but not my worst. While they dry, it only takes 60 seconds. I'm going to tell you guys why I paint my nails. There's really no crazy reason to it. It helps me not bite my nails.
Now, obviously, this is going viral because he's a D1 basketball player, a position which is traditionally considered masculine, who likes to paint his nails, which is something considered traditionally feminine. Me personally, I don't really care what he does. As he said in the video, everyone needs self-care, and if that's his way of doing it, whatever. I do think this was a power move by the brand Sally Hansen though. By giving Jared a brand deal, they're now paying him to promote nail painting, and millions of kids that look up to him and other basketball players will begin to paint their nails. Which you for yourself can decide whether that's good or bad, but I do know a lot of kids are going to follow in his footsteps, and Sally Hansen will reap the rewards from that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this though. Have you seen a basketball player that paints their nails? Do you think this is crazy? Do you think this is normal? Y'all let me know.
I can just say, bruh, I just don't get it. And I don't think I ever will, honestly. So basketball player Jared McCain, he's a guard. He plays for Duke. He signed the NIL deal, and the first person to sign an NIL deal with the nail polish and beauty brand Sally Hansen. And the only reason I said I don't get it is because Sally Hansen's big audience is a women's audience. So if they're giving NIL deals, why not go give the NIL deals to the women playing basketball in the women's March Madness? Go give it to Caitlin Clark. Go give it to Angel Reese. Go give it to Flau'jae. Why would they say fuck all the women and all the women's sports, from track to volleyball to swimming to women's basketball, and come and give it to a man? Like this tweet say right here, for a man to get a NIL deal before women ballers, make it clear that it's an agenda. Right, it gotta be, because there's literally no way.
Yes, boss. Back here again once again, man. You seen the clips that I rolled out for you. Let's just dive right into him, dog. Jared McCain, right? He's supposed to be a guard for Duke University, and he's making a lot of headlines. This happened like about last week, but I was like, yeah, now's the perfect time to drop it. Jared McCain inked a deal with Sally Hansen, which is a nail polish company, for over $1 million, right? And he's here painting his fingernails, loving the deal, talking about this is how he expresses self-care. Let me tell you something, bro. This was what you call the perfect chess move to help destroy the young youth and help emasculate men, bro. Here's the deal. It's plain as day, and that's why I played these two clips for you to see the thought process, right? Both of these men said, yo, why would it that a nail polishing company pay a man before they pay a woman for a nail polishing deal? And I'm going to explain something to you, right? If you don't know about chess, how to really cause controversy, this is a perfect way to stir the pot, right? It's easy, plain as day, bro. A nail polishing company, name, image, and likeness deals are being given out. You know what? There's plenty of women influencers that you can reach from to give this deal. You have Sha'Carri Richardson. You have the girls from LSU, you know, Angel Reese and Flau'jae, right? There's so much women that you can choose from. But instead of choosing a woman, they went and chose a young man. And I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to give you real. This is a perfect example of not all money is good money. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the mere fact that you have all of these young kids out here getting these big time deals, 5 million, 2 million, 1 million. There's a lot of kids that are in college sports that are cashing out right now. They're making big money. And this is something that has been tried. They've tried to push this for a while. Like, yo, why isn't college players making money, but they're reaping so much money? They're making so much money off of these kids. Now they're giving them NIL deals. name, image, and likeness. So based on your influence, how good you are, how much of a star player you are, you qualify for an NIL deal. So here's the part that's so crazy about it. There's a lot of kids that this is motivating them to stay in sports, play sports, because there's a lot of them that are making big money in college, and they know if they were supposed to leave and go to the NBA, WNBA, whatever big league, they can make that money as well. But a lot of them, they're staying in college to go ahead and make that money. You get what I'm saying? So here's the deal. The way how they're catching a lot of these players nowadays, recruiting them, showing them the lifestyle, you could get NIL deals. I'm going to give you an example, right? Deion Sanders' son cashed out, the quarterback, I think his name is Shador Sanders. He cashed out for a deal for over $3 million on his NIL, and he bought a Rolls Royce, right? Now, when you look into it, you see him, a star quarterback. Man, you got the car from in college. You didn't even have to wait to get to the football field in the NFL. Correct. They're treating these kids right now from early like, yo, we're giving you the money. We're giving you this deal. There's a lot of this stuff that goes on. Just like there's some kids that they see that from ahead of time, from middle school, high school, yo, they're going to be a star. Give you an example. Look at John Wall. John Wall was driving nice vehicles, nice cars, just like LeBron James when they were back in high school, because it's pretty much seen and destined, yo, you guys are going to go to the league. So there's a lot of companies that will try and lock on to these kids from early and give them deals that they don't really recognize. They don't really view the paperwork. They sign it and it's like, okay, I signed a deal with Sally Hansen for $1 million. The thing is, you have to fulfill what it is that's in your contract. And if you fail to do what it is you're supposed to do, your deal can either be taken away from you. You can end up owing money. There's a lot of little loopholes with these deals. But the reason for them giving this young man, Jared McCain, this deal is because it's going to cause a lot of controversy. And as well as that, help solidify that they're pushing an agenda to help emasculate men. A lot of people may not believe this. They don't think it's true. He's not the only college player that wears painted nails. And I'm going to explain it to you because this is crazy as I'm doing this video, how they're really pushing this stuff. You have that quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams. He's another college player, has an NIL deal, but he has his fingernails painted. Whether some people want to believe it or not, whether you want to relate it to punk rock music, that is not really normal for men to do, bro. The only people you hear of getting their nails done are women, girls, women. That's a feminine trait. You get what I'm saying? And they're pushing these agendas to help emasculate men. I did a previous video about this with Drake. Drake pushing the bisexual agenda. Him with these weird things in his hair, talking about he feels like he's bi. He has his fingernails painted. You have to understand this, right? In order for these agendas and games to work, you have to get people of strong influence to go ahead and help push it. That's what makes it even more effective. You get what I'm saying? So if you can pay somebody like a Drake, pay somebody like a Jared McCain, pay somebody that's seen highly in the eyes of young kids or kids who may not have direction or guidance or may not be brought up a certain kind of a way, guess what? It's going to affect them. They're going to fall for the bait. Give you another example. Rap music was always out here, but they have different people who help push it and have helped carry the torch a little bit farther. From the days back in the day of Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, then them transitioning to newer age rappers. This is a continued behavior. And in order for the game to keep going, you have to have somebody that's willing to fall in line to help push the agenda. And when you push this agenda and you're successful from it, you will get a check from it. You get what I'm saying? So you have to understand that it's a reason behind all of this. And the only people who will fall for this whole gimmick is the younger generation. And of course, adults who are still stuck in the mindset of a child. But you have to understand that it's plain as day and they're not hiding it anymore. That a lot of these things that they're pushing are agendas. Young men wearing fingernail paintings. Young men wearing friggin' purses, dog. like skirts and kilts and shit like this. Bro, let me tell you something. This is not normal behavior, dog. And whether people want to say, oh, you know, people do what it is that they want. That's very true. It's very true. But I'm going to tell you when it's going to start to become a problem for those people who want to be oblivious, right? When they see that the influence and the effect has now found a way into their home, into their backyard, into where they're trying to raise their kids, and it affects their kids, that's when they'll be able to understand. And you have to understand this as well, bro. There's a lot of people, these young kids are coming from poverty-stricken households where money was not really something that was brought in the house. So you have these kids who go so hard to make sure, yo, I'm going to play my tail off so I can get me a good deal, take care of my mother, take care of my family. And a lot of them, they don't end up reading some of these contracts. They fall for the bait. Let me go ahead and just take the money. You have to understand this, bro. In the world that we live in, money talks and BS walks 1,000 miles. There are some people who are willing to sell out their own family members for money. Because you have to understand something. Poverty has done something to people. And I repeat this all the time for it to be drilled into people's heads. When you're in a state of poverty, you're in a state of lack, where you feel like you don't have enough or you're surviving. You get what I'm saying? So when you're in survival, you're more likely to move in a state of survival, which is being carnal, being very animalistic, not being a person of ration. Like, you're moving in a state of like I have to have it now and I don't care what it is. You get what I'm saying? Here's the thing that people need to understand, right? You have to really pay attention to the things that they're pushing in the agenda and what it is that your kids are partaking in, what they're listening into, because this is stuff that's real, bro. College basketball, college sports is something that's watched heavily. Now they have star players out here fingernail painting, fingernail this, fingernail that. This is something that a lot of rappers do. You have Young Boy who does it, Trippie Redd. A lot of people out here, they're trying to normalize this stuff. And that's how you can set an agenda up to be successful. Once you have multiple people that are in on the axe and they're pushing it and it starts to become something that's normal. Oh, my favorite rapper does it. My favorite NBA player does it. Oh, my favorite actor does it. Then you see kids at school doing it. You know what? It's normal, so I'm going to start doing it. That's how these things start to become effective, these agendas. And I'm telling you this right now, bro. A lot of these guys that are taking these deals, some of them, yeah, they're looking at it like, oh, man, I got $1 million. I'm making money. You have to understand what comes along with this. If you're young, if you're in school, you play in college, you're about to sign and get an NIL deal. Make sure you look over these contracts, bro, because I've stated this before and I'm going to state it one more time for you. When you sign a contract, whether a NIL deal, a marriage, whatever, that's a contract, a piece of paper is a form of a binding, which means that you're stuck to that like glue unless you find some form of a loophole, you have a lawyer, some way that you can weasel your way out of it, something. But you just have to be very careful because a lot of the stuff that you see, it's not what it is that you would expect. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, just remember this, man. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. Just remember that what it is that you see on TV, that there's a lot of agendas being pushed. A lot of people are not going to come forward and admit this type of stuff because people are being paid crazy just to be on the hush. Just don't say anything, play along with it, go along with it, play stupid, and we'll have your money for you. That's how this stuff goes, man. Everything, money talks, BS walks 1,000 miles. There are a lot of people that are willing to play this game as long as they have money in their pockets. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, you guys just remember that. Keep that information and just keep looking out for these little agendas that they're pushing because they're coming in hot by the day. You get what I'm saying? It's your boy 444 The World, man. Peace.